everyone, and welcome back. We're back again.
Hi.
Happy holidays to everyone, and happy Thanksgiving if you're watching on Patreon. And I hope you had a good Thanksgiving if you're watching on YouTube. Our Patreon is a week ahead of our YouTube, so you can check out our full reactions there in the links below. I love this thing. Sorry it's loud because my microphone is right here.
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to be watching more of Iron Fist. This isn't the right gauntlet for that. Not that there is a gauntlet for Iron Fist. So we are enjoying this. I do like it so far. I like Danny's character. I do find Ward interesting. I like Joy. I go back and forth with her because I'm still trying to figure out what she's about. And Ward, we don't know much about him either, that he's trying to please his father. He's manipulated by his father, and it seems like he did warn Danny last time, like, you can't trust him or something. So I know he might have good intentions, but we don't really know him. And not many, but a few of you have, like, kind of defended Ward. But that's kind of like a spoiler, too, because kind of like Game of Thrones with certain characters, whenever we have, like, because we had our other group, Nicole and Lee, watching Game of Thrones, and immediately you don't like a person because you only see bad things they're doing. But a lot of fans started defending that character early on to blind watchers like my friends, because they were like, I hate so-and-so, he's a terrible person because he did bad things, but he ends up getting better later or whatever. I'm like, don't say that because it spoils in the now, because we don't know any of that yet.
Yes. So, and we know so far now with Ward, yes, he is who he is, but don't forget, his father's talking to him like that. Oh, you don't need to know why we need to have that pure deal. And then he says the same thing to his sister. And then his father is being manipulated by the hand, by Gal.
I know, so there's just a bunch of corruption, manipulation going on.
How they're treating each other. Like,
and the father really loves his daughter. Like, he loves Joy, and he was mad when that incident happened.
And he hasn't seen her in many, many years. So
and he saw from afar, like that was his reward or something by the hand. And so he does care to a certain extent. It doesn't seem like he really cares so much for Ward from what I'm understanding, but he might care to a certain extent. But he also gut punched him, or like side punched him in the kidney or something. I'm like, ow.
And that's how his father you know, loved him in a way. His father abused him to make him do the right thing. So he goes, God, I missed him. Remember he said that?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But
and I was glad to hear.
We're learning. We'll see. But right now, I don't like it. And Ward warning Danny about his father kind of made me see another way. Like, okay, well, maybe he does really care. Because I thought there was a competition thing there, too, where Ward was really mad at Danny because he was getting more love and attention and respect from his father than he was. Like, he was more of like a puppet. You know, like, you do what I want and that's it. I'm going to mold you in my image and you're going to do good that way.
And Joy, she did admit that she did give the ceramic dish to Jerry with his fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
Do you want us to prove?
Yeah.
That he was, you know, Danny ran.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big thing that they had that in their favor. Yeah. So that was, it was good. That was the only evidence that they had.
That's right. Yeah, thank goodness.
Thank goodness for that.
Just erased.
It's just so scary. I mean, again, going back to that previous many conversations, I think at this point, but your friend just came back from the dead. And the first, I mean, I can't even imagine, never been in that position, but I guess you would be in denial about it. But I would have hope to be like, if you never know and you never have evidence, most families like have hope that they need closure to know that person died. And to
I can see
have,
I can understand disbelief, but
to the point where you're putting him in an asylum or just trying to get rid of him just because he's a nuisance. I'm like, just to think that one dimensional about it. I'm like, holy crap! Like,
and it can take away their majority of owning Rand, but
which I thought was the original intention. I thought that was the only intention, but Joy had no clue, and she really didn't believe it was him. So it was cool that she did that Eminem thing with Danny to really understand. And I get the denial thing, but to really shun someone and to try to put them away because you really don't believe it. Like, you had no evidence. There was no closure there. People do survive plane crashes. So I was just shocked by, like, well, maybe they're like, try something, like quiz him. like something that only you would know. So
And-
it seems
yeah.
it took a while for them to even attempt that. Well,
And even when they
Jordan.
did, they were like, "Nope, we don't want you around. We'll pay you off to change your name and we'll
Yeah,
give you
so it just really sucks for
Yeah.
Danny, you know,
$1
and
million.
he's so calm and he was well trained and he was beaten too, which, you know, bad discipline, but
Yeah.
it really made him who he is today. And he's a strong
right.
warrior and he's very calm because he's been in really bad, tense situations, getting the crap beat out of him and learning to control his emotions, it seems. And, you know, so I really do like his character. I love the actor, Game of Thrones again, like he's awesome. And it was slower, but I think it's cool that we saw Hogarth in this. I think it's neat that she's in this.
Yeah.
We might see
Yes,
other
my
people.
gosh, yeah, she's
Yeah, so we're learning stuff about him, and I like it. I don't know. I like
too,
it so
I
far.
like
It's
it
good.
too.
I like
Yeah.
Colleen.
I like Helene.
Oh,
I do. I want to know
yes,
more about
I
her.
like
it too.
The only nitpick
Like
I'll
this.
make is with the other Marvel shows that we've seen, the fight sequences are like top notch, so entertaining, so much fun. I enjoy the martial arts in this one, but I feel like it's a lot slower because when Danny and Colleen were sparring together, it just seemed in slow motion to me. Like it was like, oh, but they were really
Choreographed like dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even though you're
yeah.
sparring, you're not true fighting, even though they did have a lot of passion in it, I guess, but it was too slow for me. You know, like I noticed that last time. I actually rewatched it a little bit, putting the files together after we watched it, and I was like, yeah, that kick was actually really slow, and how they kind of went around each other like a slow dance kind of thing. So it was still fun, but it's not as powerful like the battle scenes as like Daredevil, Luke Cage, but
So much action, yeah.
Jessica Jones, I guess. I love all the
Yeah,
shows.
Daredevil was pretty good.
Yeah,
And they were in the dark
wow.
and you can't
always in
see.
dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, it's kind of hard.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what show, Marvel show, do you like the most? We won't say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I just think that's a different animal,
Okay,
really.
yeah.
But with
Well,
these shows, the darker shows, we have.
I was thinking
I like-
about that.
I
Go
like
ahead, Mom.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, now I said Jessica Jones first, and then I thought about it because I wasn't prepared for you to ask us that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
And I got
Daredevil.
thinking about it. I actually like Luke Cage.
Oh, that's, yeah. That,
I really-
like
We've
that,
only seen
yes,
3
Luke Cage,
shows,
yes.
but it's hard. I go back and forth
I
because.
really
Luke
like
Cage.
Luke. I loved Claire. I loved Misty. I loved Stokes. I loved,
You know, I didn't like Stokes because he was scary,
love
but
Cox.
after the
I
other guy
mean,
came in, like
Bobby.
Stryker,
Oh,
I was
I
like,
felt
yeah,
sorry,
you know.
a little
But
sorry for
I
him.
can see that too because I want to say
Yeah.
first off, Daredevil. I can't give you a straight answer because I just had to bring it up
Right.
because I've been curious because now that we're on our 4th show in Marvel, and again, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm just keeping that separate because
Yes.
even though that is dark and very good, like I really like that too, I just feel like these are even darker and just made to, because we're watching these in order and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on its own, that I just don't really relate to them always as the same, even though they are part of the same universe. I really like Daredevil. I don't know if it's because we started with it, but I love Fisk being in there. I thought he was a cool villain.
Yeah.
And I like Daredevil's transition, like throughout, like his battling, like, okay, well, he wants to be good and he is good, but he wants to go over the edge and like kill sometimes, but he's trying to stay within that code, and it makes me feel like Batman a little bit because I love Batman. So I like that, and I love the characters in that. Jessica Jones, I really love. It's right there too because Kilgrave was such a freaking scary character.
Kilgrave, that's
I
what
like
I'm
Jessica Jones. Character-wise, hero-wise, I want to say you're right, Kim. Luke Cage, honestly,
It is
I
very
always
good,
loved him.
yes.
He's like a big teddy bear, but he's tough.
He
And
sure
right when he was
is,
introduced
yeah.
into Jessica Jones, I really liked him. So superhero wise, I like Luke Cage, I want to say, and
Yeah.
then maybe Daredevil, Jessica
agree.
Jones.
Yeah.
It's hard though because I go back and
Jessica
forth.
Jones,
It's
she's
really
a
hard
tough
to-
cookie too, you know.
I really
Yeah,
do
she
like her
is,
too.
yeah.
I'm not trying to say like
Yeah,
Or
she's,
trying
It's hard,
to-
it's hard to say, you know.
Luke
yeah,
is my,
negative about
after
someone.
I said that, I'm like, I wish I can retract
Luke,
the
it.
stories. I
that's
didn't
true.
really care so much about like Luke Cage. Like I didn't really care about the story.
The
but
cat and mouse part,
Yeah.
but I did
I liked
enjoy
him after he
Stokes.
died.
Yeah.
Then I felt bad. I was like, no, he was actually a good villain. Bring him back. I did like Luke Cage. I like Luke himself, and I probably like Daredevil the most, I think, as an overall show. But yeah, so Iron Fist is probably the least, but still good to watch. I like it.
Yes.
I'm glad
Yeah,
we're
why
watching.
not?
Very good. What the heck?
Mhm.
Not every single one is going to be top notch and perfect. So, but it does come together, like we're seeing Jerry in this. That was
That's right, yeah.
you know. So it is important to see every aspect. It's good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's good to see her in it too. Maybe we'll see more. So shall we, guys? Sorry, I'm
Yes,
leaning
let's
all the
do
way
it.
over to reach my keyboard while I have my
Let's do
Thanos
it.
glove on my lap here. All right, so 105, and this one's called Underleaf Pluck Lotus. Underleaf Pluck Lotus. So what move is that?
Underleaf flowers.
Yeah, what
Lotus.
Kung Fu. Kung Fu
what
Panda.
move is that? With his pinky. In
Watch
sync.
out.
Okay, it looked like more because of the
that.
reflection. I'll be the weird one, like. Why?
Oh, they took the wedding ring off.
Oh, the butt
Moved
showing.
it.
Oh,
my God, it's like
hello.
a-
I'm selling this today.
Oh, and now
Wow.
Oh, honey,
they. Oh.
you don't need to worry about that mess anymore.
Is she gonna get high too, or is it just on the sticky part?
No,
I
she's
wonder what.
She's doing the.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, huh?
Uh-oh, he's gonna come back
she's calm about
What
it
the hell
though.
is
with
this?
fire. Watch out.
Oh,
Here it comes.
It's like the first time.
Ugh.
oh.
Wow, someone even
You
selling
put
it
that
like
John
that.
on the market.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Rand Enterprises cannot be held responsible for governmental guidelines.
Look at the
Oh.
poor family.
Xiao Lao made me a living weapon.
It was similar to his tattoo.
The dragon.
Mm-hmm. Show your
It's all
daddy.
connected.
He didn't think you were real, so he's gonna deny it.
Hey.
Awkward. Oh, that's gonna come back later.
She's right off the elevator on the 4th floor. I'll let her know you're coming.
So
I
glad
like
we
it.
had this talk.
Ooh, that's so
That,
pretty.
you did that already.
Ooh, I like him so much. She finds out about her dad, that's gonna be bad.
Oh, that is gonna be bad.
But he just let them in.
Yep, so close.
That's his 4th grade photo.
Class picture day.
Died.
He has cancer. He got it from the Rand chemical plant near where we live.
I am so sorry. We'll make this right.
Don't
Oh,
agree
he's-
something's
oh,
wrong,
God,
but
see?
just check into it.
Okay, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's Claire!
Is it clear?
You are not to be underestimated.
I thought it was Joy going back for a second.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
In that case, better keep practicing.
That's so cool. She's into all the freaking shows.
She's that great.
Yeah,
gets around.
it's been pretty crazy.
Yes, oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you live in this city long enough, nothing surprises you anymore.
She has a good career too. She keeps
So
going
good,
from show
yeah.
to show.
Oh, what the... Excuse me. What the hell is going on?
Setting up dinner or lunch.
I told you, I ordered takeout.
Is this a date?
What? No. Unless you want it to be.
No.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's definitely not that.
Oh, see?
Oh,
We'll make this
see?
right.
It is
What
a-
an idiot.
Oh my
You can
goodness.
hear him
Any idea
clearly.
what he just did?
I'm sure he has no idea that he was speaking for the entire company.
Oh, he's gonna take something different.
Was he thinking about it?
He always does that before he calls daddy.
Yeah,
Mm,
anxiety.
yeah, I
She's
guess
dead.
so, yeah.
Mhm.
Daddy.
Looking out the window.
Right?
Oh, he's on the monitor. Oh, a camera on the monitor.
Mm,
Ah.
Wow, wow, that's takeout.
okay.
Now make a smiley face out of it.
Oh, wow.
Wave your sig race.
Precious Buddha, the unsurpassable teacher.
I like how Colleen's like awkward about it, and Claire's
Yes.
like, "Aw."
Wait, you took a vow of chastity?
Why are we having
Yeah.
a date then?
Of course.
There's like,
ooh,
Yes, I believe this,
Yeah.
yeah.
Claire's awesome. She's
I
like,
would
Yes,
be
that's
allowed
that.
to stick around and hear more, but I've got to get going.
I love her. She
Yeah,
just
right
knows.
there, yeah, just like that.
You want me to come with you?
It's a huge risk.
Yes.
Oh my
Just
God.
faith in you.
I'm just a karate teacher, Danny.
No, you're not. You're a fighter. I bought your building.
I bought your building.
I'm your new landlord.
I'm happy, but
I
angry
won't
at the
believe
same
it. Am I
time.
safe
That's right.
first?
Are you willing to sacrifice $200 million during
Or
one of the
never
most
have a right to
challenging
speak.
fiscal years this company has ever had?
The bad publicity could cost us even more in the long run.
Oh, she's
Oh my
first good
God.
too.
Playtime's over. Let's get going.
Nunchucks.
Need your phone to take pics. You got
She's
it?
like, woo.
Yeah.
You walk away from that one.
Suck on that, Dad.
A spokesperson for the class action
Oh.
suit claimed that Rand Enterprises callously turned a blind eye.
What kind of
Jeez.
medicine is that?
He's gonna run out and take that. He's gonna run out of the pills and take that.
Oh, yeah, I bet you.
He's curious. Don't do it.
Oh,
I'm actually worried for him again.
oh yeah.
Walk where I walk, and they'll never see us.
They're gonna be a fun duo.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this sexy at the same time. Hello there. I like their chemistry though.
It's just nice having someone to count on.
Just get this over with.
She has some kind of past.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in the packaging.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the right thing on the package.
I know she's a good fighter, but you haven't really fought or risked each other. I don't know, like just to have her in this with him, it's a huge risk. They don't notice they removed. Oh, great! Now what?
Oh gosh.
Oh, fabulous.
Whoa.
And now she's alone.
Oh yeah.
They have machine guns.
Hopefully she has the keys to the car.
Gonna jump on it.
Oh. Nice. The battering ram. What's going on? What? This is a hidden room.
That is insane. What?
I'm Danny.
Don't give him your real name.
What the heck?
You're so honest, I know.
Well, who are you?
Oh,
Oh, there's a gunfight in there. Come on, Danny.
Cleaver.
Oh, he stabbed him.
Oh, the chemist. That's it.
Oh,
I don't know if anyone knows how to make this
How
stuff.
perfect. Does he have healing powers?
Hi, honey.
whoa. Whoa, yeah. What the? Whoa, what the heck?
Hey, can you see?
Claire.
Jeez.
Claire! Yes, that's what we met her in this episode.
Whoa.
I know a nurse.
Ah, we know a nurse. That's okay. Maybe tomorrow morning.
This is so scary, yeah. It's so like
You ain't gonna
ride it
get it
out.
today.
Shouldn't listen to Joy. Doing it to him.
Because he's not in his right
Danny?
mind.
He'll hear.
He's good at acting like this. Aw, snuggles.
You stood by me.
We're family.
And I'd be freaked out too, Joy, I know.
Yeah, Jim. Oh, boy, that's a lot of blood.
Oh,
He inhales. Should
oh.
allow the air to escape.
Oh my.
Let his lung.
Oh, still.
It's even taped down.
Stick with all that blood.
That was
Now
impressive.
what?
Hope you don't want your card back.
My daughter, they have her.
Who
has her?
Maybe in the other trailer.
Oh,
The hand.
oh boy.
Gotta be kidding.
Oh,
Why do they want you
jeez.
here in New York?
Heroin. I invented a formula.
A job that requires someone with special
Yes.
skills.
Special stuff.
Exactly.
You have no
I
idea.
have a fist.
My mother says I can't escape meeting people like you.
Oh, jeez, I guess not.
wanna help
Mommy knows best.
Oh my god.
Ah, there she is. You failed me. Love the lighting.
His hands.
Who
Are you
came?
sure it wasn't his fist?
I guess.
Neil. Oh crap. Now he's gonna get it.
I will stab you with my cane.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Whoa.
Ow!
Oh, gross. I'm not watching
Oh,
that.
right through his throat. And he doesn't even move.
We knew it was you. Kim, you were right.
Whoa.
You got it first.
Tough old bird, man.
Man, we saw her really fight that one time with Daredevil
she was
or
like
something,
Yoda.
right?
Wow, she's a
Boy,
she's really
so you can't judge
scary.
that because you just don't know.
That's right.
That's right.
So
Whoa.
this was definitely
Whoa.
my favorite episode so far, and I do like Danny a lot. I love him and Colleen. I love their chemistry now.
Yeah,
Like we
very
did
good,
see a
yes.
little bit of that, but this one we really saw a lot more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like sometimes characters don't have good chemistry. I love Luke and Claire together. They have great chemistry, and
Yes,
they were
they
the
do.
best that
Yes,
I
they
saw,
definitely do.
that I felt watching these series. But now I'm like, oh well, I see it in Danny and Colleen a lot as well.
That's right. Yeah. Good.
And I was so excited to see Claire. So I wanted to say that first because Claire really made it for me this episode.
Oh,
She is
wow.
my
Yes,
favorite.
it
And I'm
does.
so
She
happy, not knowing, because we're all blind to this, that I'm glad we talked about what our favorite series was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at the
That's
moment,
right.
because I do like all of them. And we were going through the characters and stuff, but I want to say, hands down, honestly, we get so excited to see Claire. Like, she's the
Claire
ongoing
is the
character,
sweet-
jumping
oh, God.
every single show.
She is.
So to see
She's
her in
beloved.
this, I was
Really.
so happy. So that really just made me like,
Yes.
oh my God. And yeah,
She
so
always
liked
comes
her
to
a
the
lot.
rescue.
She always does. And she's
She
just
does.
fate, you know. She ends up with soups. And oh God, here we go
That's right.
again.
You're
You know?
going.
So,
Yeah, and she knows
Oh,
about the
okay.
hand, and she
Oh, she does. Yeah.
telling Danny, watch out, we're in big trouble now.
Yeah, I
That's
get
right.
worried because I want Claire to survive all this, and sometimes I tell myself that she will survive because she has to be back with Luke, but you never know what's going to happen.
Never
So when
know,
she's
that's
by
for
the window saying this, and then she's really upset, I like that
Ooh.
moment
They're
because it
everywhere.
was so
That's right.
dire and like, holy crap, like, what did you just do? But when she's right by the window, I got paranoid. I'm like, oh my God, you know how stealthy they are? They're going to come through and kill you. No, not Claire. I'm like, I would just be done.
Yeah,
if I got
as she's
rid of
talking
Claire.
about the ninjas.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
and they
in the
just sneak
hospital.
in so quickly and then go through a window. So I just immediately started freaking out there.
Oh
But
my gosh.
yeah, so I love Danny now. Like I liked him anyways. It's been quiet. We've been hearing some things here and there, but now we're actually seeing action. I didn't like
That's
how
right.
he asked Colleen so openly to go with him. He knows she's a good fighter, and I'm sure she's amazing, but he has never been in a death situation with her, so just to be like, oh well, you're a good fighter,
Right,
you come
a
with
true
the machine
life,
guns, but I know you
combat,
can handle
yeah.
it. Like that's a huge
Right,
risk.
yes, that is a-
But superheroes, you know, like I'm like, okay, well I know she's gonna be excellent at this, and hopefully we'll survive. But
Mhm.
I like her, and
And she
Danny.
did have his back. She did
She
have his
did.
back.
She
She
did,
grabbed
yeah.
the cover and
That's right.
scooped up the old chemist. And
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Danny fighting that guy in the truck, that was a
Mm.
really cool scene, how he was flipping. Again, I said in the beginning that he kind of reminds me of an airbender where he's evading mainly and just twisting around, twirling around a
Yes,
lot.
he's-
Mhm.
And it was
Yeah.
actually really neat. But I have to say, I really do like it that he uses his martial arts more than his iron
Yes.
fist. Like he only
Yes.
does that when
That's
he
right, yeah.
absolutely has
Yes.
to.
and
So,
he's really angry, when he's really
That's right.
and not
the
knowing
last resort.
or being influenced by anyone, but just overthinking. We see these superpowers, which is usually your whole body in some way, and for him it's just his fist. I guess just that one fist.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's very isolated and kind of an odd power to have. But we've seen kind of like weird powers, not with a main character, but I like again that it's focused more on his martial arts. You know, it's not like, oh, I got to do this fist every
That's
time. I
right,
got to
yeah.
upgrade and wait a moment and then pow.
Yes,
That's
You know,
that's
it's
right.
like
That's
about
right.
his
Yeah.
skills.
He
and then
uses the skills.
It's like a boost.
That's right. That's
Music.
good.
Yeah, and just like Colleen, like she's an excellent martial arts person. She doesn't have superpowers from what we know, so I like that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
series so
yeah.
far. This one really
Yeah,
was
good.
a boost for me that now I really do like it a lot more.
Yes. More action.
And it's just so great that Claire came in the picture just before the chemist.
that
I love the
is good.
takeout,
Yes,
and
that's good.
honestly,
Yes.
because of the
Takeout, that's the
pandemic,
best takeout ever.
I know
Takeout,
everyone. Yeah,
yes.
everyone has different rules. We want to keep the economy going, and I've been ordering out less, which is kind of good for us because it's healthier, and we've been cooking at home a lot more. But I miss takeout, and once in a while we will have like a cheat night, and we'll do takeout and just be careful, whatever. But I
Same
haven't
with me.
done like Chinese takeout. Like
Yeah.
I love Chinese food so
I
much,
know,
so I'm
me
kind of
too.
like
I made
I
Chinese
want
the other
some now.
night. I was like, oh, I'm going to make it.
And Dad
Yeah.
loves takeout, but he We have to limit it, I told him.
Yeah,
and you guys are
Dad.
extra careful because you have so many risks involved too. You
That's
just
right,
never
yeah.
know. You know, but yeah,
My
so very
battery's
good. I love
healthy.
that way they did takeout. That was great.
And it was funny because the last time Claire had takeout was in the cop shop with Luke.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right, yeah.
They were
Yeah,
eating
I
I
bread
love
in
how
the
she
boxes.
joined
That's right,
in,
yeah.
and it was her lesson that she was probably paying for. But she's
She
so
was,
cool
yes.
and such a good person that she doesn't take anything like in a bad way. I get it. She gets there's good chemistry going on, and to way to
yeah.
even it up, she likes takeout. So she's like, oh well, I could just join you here, and it'll be fine. Like that'll be fine
That's
with me.
right.
I like it's clear. Like heck yeah, like she'd be awesome company to have. Sorry, I get cat fur everywhere. So I'm
And
just like,
she kept the conversation going,
yeah.
asking
That's
him
right.
questions about his past,
right,
and
yeah.
Colleen's just like not saying a word.
Yeah.
I love how cute she is because she's such a tough fighter. She's a strong person,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's hard for her to open up. So there's something going on with her because that nice little moment. And again, I love their chemistry. They do have good chemistry. But when they're together between those boxes, like hiding from those guys and just looking at each other, and they're like kind of like being intimate and just talking about certain people in their lives. And she kind of mentioned, oh, well, you have Ward and Joy or something. And then he said, well, do you have anyone in your life? And then she kind of got weird about it. And then she goes, let's just go. So it looks like she might have lost someone important to her. And that's why she's really kind of reserved and doesn't like to open up in that way. So I want to know more about that. So
Yes.
I want to say
That's good,
Colleen
yes.
and Danny are my favorite right now. I mean, Claire, hands down. I love her. But
Oh,
just
Claire,
the
yes,
show,
you can't say
because
that.
Claire kind of, not dominates, but in my eyes, like I love her. But not but. It just, I always like overstep and just really like her character
always
over
like
everybody
Claire.
else every time.
Yes.
So trying to remove that aspect, I really like Danny and Colleen from Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My favorite.
And I feel
Very
for
good.
Joy. She feels bad for the family, those cancer
Yes, she
victim
does.
families.
Yeah, I'm glad she does.
I don't know the correlation between, that plant and
Yeah.
cancer victims, but
And
we
I
definitely
get-
should look
Yes.
into that, whether it's legal, what they're doing or not.
And Ward was right there too, because he was even telling her, which was nice, that you are really good at being a businesswoman and you're very compassionate. You're a good person, but they're two
Really?
very different things. They don't
That's
always
right.
have to be different things, but you have such a big corporation and things get messed up. And not even so. She's like, well, we're following the code. So if the government's wrong or whatever, then it's not our fault. We followed their code. So she's seeing
Right,
it
and
in a
if the
business
law
way.
changes, then we might have to change our
Okay.
practices. But
Exactly.
right now, they're
but we
doing
know there
things
are
legal.
some things that are messed up, and they have
Yes.
these, like the drugs being sold by the hand, like everything's
Definitely,
corrupt in the Rand office. I just automatically assume, not even knowing that when you hear plant, there's cancer patients like all of a sudden popping up around that area. I would automatically think, yeah, there's probably something going on. They should research
have
it
to
more
check
because
it
it has
out.
happened
Yes,
in the past.
definitely.
Mhm.
It absolutely has happened many times in the past. So you just
Definitely.
never.
And Ward, going back to Joy and her affiliation with the family members, in her eyes, she lost her dad very young of cancer.
The
Yeah.
way she finds out he's
Ward
alive.
knows that he's alive, so
And
he
the-
doesn't have that same feeling
Ooh,
that
yeah.
she has.
That's a
'cause
good
he
point.
is alive, and he's like, "No, you have no idea. Dad's alive," and he's.
I thought he was going to
That's
full on
right.
say it right there because he was so drugged up that he was
That's
going to
right,
be like,
yeah.
shh. And that was actually
Wait till
good.
she
Like,
finds out.
he's a good actor too, because for him
Yes.
to play that role, I don't even know
Yes.
like how to act like that. And to act like he's so far out there, I thought he was just going to full on slip up and be like, no, he's alive. Like, what are you talking about? Now you're talking crazy. But maybe she wouldn't believe it because he's so doped up, you know? But that was
Yeah.
scary because I'm like, is he going to overdose right there and die? Like, is this
Yeah.
going to be
Well,
his end?
he
I don't
only
know if
had
he's
a
gonna be
few
main
pills,
character
so did he just finish the
long-term.
pills, or did he take that heroin too?
That's what we were wondering about.
Yeah, we don't know,
It looked
right?
like
'Cause we
he
didn't
took the
see.
heroin. It
I'm
looked
guessing.
like, I mean, the last time he was just staring at it, like, what the hell? I might as well take it.
He was staring at, and then the other drugs, unless
Yeah.
you take too much of it, it can make you like that. But it
Yeah.
seemed like
Uh-huh.
he was very similar to the first guy who was
Yes.
tested with the patch.
And he was
like,
like,
"Oh,
yeah,
the first
that's right,
time,
yeah.
wee." So it was kind of
Uh-huh.
like that. So I'm assuming it's that, but it's true. We didn't actually see the packet,
Yeah, so
like that it was gone or he had it on.
But if
him or
he
something.
does, he might just go for this, allowing this heroin to go through eventually. And that's going to be
yeah.
detrimental.
Or if
That's
someone else
scary.
finds him like that, maybe that can blow up the whole company, because that's like, oh, you just did heroin. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, look at the symbol on this package. What does this mean? Oh, that kind of looks
Yeah,
like different
right.
suitcases around
That's
the
right.
business,
Oh,
But
jeez.
it's interesting too, I want to say, because last time we saw it too, with Danny, how he has that tattoo, which is part of the Iron Fist, the O and iron symbol that he has on his chest, and it's that same look without the wings. So,
Yes,
like he
that's
said, it's
right,
like
yeah.
fate. Like he was trained most of his life to combat these guys and to stop it. So we know how dangerous the hand is, with Daredevil, like
Sure
Elektra.
is.
Like, it's so scary. And they have so much control. So I want to see everyone come together. Like, everyone's so close. Like, come on, guys, team up. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now. Now we know why they wanted to buy the pier. So the regulations.
So they have full-on control over everything.
Yeah.
Like you said, the hand, the dad, then Ward, like the company. And I love how
That's
Danny's
right,
so
John.
compassionate. He's so caring, how he bows to people. Like, he cares about this and he wants to stop it. But
That's
so
good.
anyways, I hope the show focuses mainly on, well, Claire too, but Danny and Colleen, and they can really be a good fighting duo
They're
and
good,
take
yeah.
them out.
That's right. And now
I
he's
think
her landlord.
Oh, that's
How
right, too.
funny.
Yeah.
I like how
that's
she was
good. That's
mad,
right.
but then it was like, not that she was happy, but she was like happy
Yeah.
kind of about it,
That's
like kind of
right.
pouty, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it is
That was
weird
good.
now because now that he has all this money, because it is Danny Rand, that it's very different from the first few episodes or two
That's right.
episodes where he was struggling a lot in a bum and, you know, no one believed him.
And
He
she
was
was
a crazy
struggling to
person.
get, students in. Now she's like, well, maybe I can cancel my evening classes because
Yeah.
Yeah, like I might have a potential
rent this
boyfriend
month.
here who can, not that she needs someone to pay
No,
stuff for her,
that's
because
right,
she
yeah.
has worked hard all her life, but just saying, like, I just like them together, and
Yeah.
so,
Me too.
not that she's depending on his money kind of thing, but,
No,
could come in
she's-
handy.
No.
she's trying to push it back where I can do
That's
this
right,
on
yeah.
my own.
Yeah, she does. She's
Independent woman.
independent that way. But, yeah, so you guys like this episode?
Yes,
I liked it a lot.
I did too.
Who's your favorite
Yes.
character right now in Iron Fist?
Okay. Claire.
Yeah,
Danny's mine. Danny's
Danny's
really
good,
stepping
yeah.
up, and his
Yeah.
morals are in that he's got a good
He is
heart.
good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, just to be different, I'm going to say Colleen, because her and Danny are right there for me,
That's
but
good, yeah.
I'm going
And
to
she
say Danny
smiled
first and
so much
Colleen,
in
like,
this
right
one.
like
She was
this.
so
Oh, she
happy.
did.
I love
Yeah.
that, and she's so adorable, and we know her from other
she?
stuff, but I love
Yeah.
her so much. Like, she's so great in this role. She's like a main focus, because I know she was in Star Wars and other things, but yeah, like, she's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Danny, then Colleen, but they're like neck and neck, like right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
So I can't wait for more. So now I really like the show. So
Yeah,
I know some
too.
people don't like it, but yeah, so this really boosted it for me. I like that word today, boost.
Excellent. Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving if you're watching on YouTube. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching on Patreon. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I know it's the day before, but I'm just saying anyways.
That's right.